Righty-ho! It's the Stoxradio Advent Calendar. Frosty the Snowman starts the racing in June at Buxton. Day 13.
Day 13, the second half of the Advent Calendar for 2015 here on Stoxradio. Today we're having a look at the man of the season, really. An exemplary world champion he's been for the last 12 months, and next year's national points champion. 30 today, that's George Macmillan. Okay, we're here with George Macmillan on his last meeting with the Gold Top for this year. We'll be positive. George, it's been one hell of a year.
Yeah, it's been good. It really has been a dream come true. Just when you win it, you've got to assume it's going to be the only time you win it, so you need to make the most of it, and we've just tried to do everything we could and show it off as much as possible.
Of course, let's go back to that wonderful, fantastic night in Fife 12 months ago. I mean, you went into the race probably not thinking that you had a chance, but you certainly, come to the shake of it, you certainly were in the shake-up.
Yeah, wasn't really feeling the Cowdy World Final, if I'm honest. At that time it wasn't one of my best tracks. It's kind of, we weren't sure. I was more comfortable at tracks like Taunton and Barford the years before, Skegness and the likes. But I guess it doesn't really matter how comfortable you are. If it's supposed to happen, then it's going to happen in it.
So just talk us through it. Obviously, you've now had a year to reflect on it. How did it feel crossing that line?
It's all a bit of a blur, really, to be honest. It was good. After Taunton the year before, I didn't let myself think anything about it until we were actually across the line and it was done. So, I don't know, a sense of relief. Yeah, just excitement. It was just brilliant.
Busy man, obviously going up and down every track in the country and then doing forays into Ireland and Holland as well. What's been the highlight this year?
I don't know, there's been so many. Just the car being so good everywhere we go, being able to win races for the back, often. Chasing silver, having the race with Burgoyne we're having, chasing the silver roof, it's been great fun. We've enjoyed every minute of it, really.
And of course, you start 8th row. No, it's not 11th row, isn't it? 11th, 8th in the semi. Obviously, with a car that was a little bit worse for wear in the semi, which obviously hampered your progress. But this time, you're looking at probably a slightly different game plan, I dare say.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's going to be a bit of a banger race. We're going to need a couple of red flags at the start, maybe move us up a few rows before we actually settle down and get going. And then even then, we're probably going to need a couple of yellow flags later, halfway through or something to let us catch up again. But, you never know. You don't know what's going to happen. You've just got to do what you can and race your own race, do the best you can and hope that it all kind of comes into play for you. Of
course, you'd actually like to take the lead in the World Final, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I've led every World Final, 2012, 13, 14. Yeah, it would be 4th World Final in a row if I got to the lead.
Well, like I said, in the last 2 years, you inherited it.
Yeah.
So, looking back on your year, obviously, it's been a momentous year for you. Rewritten the book on how to be a world champion. What do you think has made you different to previous world champions?
I don't know, we've just made such an effort. We've tried to go everywhere. I don't know, just, there's the world champions we've had before have been good. They've been good for the sport and they've done a lot. And I don't know, we've just went absolutely nuts and tried to race everywhere as often as we could. But, yeah.
It's good to see. And obviously, you got a fair good team. Obviously, you want to say thank you to them.
Oh yeah, of course. I certainly wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for them. Everybody says that, but it's never truer than it is with us. Dave's got the car most of the time.
That's probably Dave Bottom.
Yeah. And it makes it a lot easier for me travelling from Scotland all the time to come down to meetings. And, if we had the car up the road, there's just absolutely no chance we could race half as often as we do, and we wouldn't be half as good as we are either. So
you're here at Taunton today. There's a meeting up at Crimmins. Obviously, your workplace is in Aberdeen. Why did you come down here today?
Well, we could have went to Crimmins and I could have been home for 8 o'clock. But we thought we'd come to Taunton, because what am I going to do after 8 tonight if I'm at home? But no, that's the thing. That's just how important, Dave and the rest of the guys are at the team. It's if we race Crimmins today, then we would have had the car up the road in the week leading up to the World Final, or we could come to Taunton and Dave's got the car leading up to the World Final to get it ready for us and do it properly. So that's why we're here.
And any highlights from the non-stocks variety for the past year?
Our Gold Roof party was great fun. Even just like awards night, the NEC, Autosport show at the NEC, unbelievable. Being there as world champion, that was something else.
Yeah, and piped on and piped off.
Yeah, and also we're trip down to the southwest, down to Cornwall, staying at Neil Trurin's and Neil looking after us, Neil and Tina. That was a big highlight as well. That was, you know, treated like royalty for a few days, which was really special.
Yeah, it's great to see you down in the West Country. Hopefully it's not too far before you come down to Sunday again.
No, we were looking at one in October, but I think we're going to be somewhere else. We've got another Taunton planned in October. We would like to come to St Day again before the year's out, but if we don't make it, we'll definitely be down again next year.
George, congratulations, mate, on a fantastic year.
Thank you, it's been great.
So there you go, episode 13 for this year's Advent Calendar. And it's the birthday boy himself, George Macmillan, who takes the spoils for today. So, where are we now? We have the small matter of 11 more of these before the big fat man in the red suit comes down the chimney. Give you all those lovely presents. But we here at Stoxradio give you presents every day of the week. All you have to do is go to Spreaker.com/StoxRadio, and there's a lovely podcast to look at and listen to. So the back catalogue of this one, back catalogue of F2 shows, a couple of documentaries, a one-on-one, and of course the must-listen to World Final programmes from this year's World Final Series. iTunes and Spreaker, the two places for those.
Happy Christmas and a New Year merriness and stuff like that. And other stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think I've hit the cherry too quickly.